It is always game day in Cleveland. He's Daryl Ryder. I'm Andy Baskin. All right, let's talk about this game against Cincinnati. I think we're all fully expecting Joe Burrow to start. Um, Zach Taylor's been vehement, though, about the fact that if he is not ready to play, he is not going to play him. Now, all signs look like, and every report out of Cincinnati is he is on a path to play Sunday against the Browns. I think I'll be shocked if he doesn't start the season in Cleveland as a starter for the Bengals. How about you, Darren?
I second that. If Joe Burrow is not on the field Sunday, I'll be flabbergasted. And the only way he will not be on the field Sunday is if he has a setback this week. And all indications coming out of Cincinnati are he's ready to roll, right? Coming off that calf injury. And, whether it's Rodney McLeod or even Kevin Stefanski talking about Monday about, look, they're expecting this guy to be, on top of his game, right? And when you look at Burrow against the Browns, yeah, the record is 1-4. He's only beaten the Browns once, and that was last year in Game 2 to earn a split of the season series. But when you look at his numbers, Andy, he's thrown for nearly 1,500 yards in 5 games against the Browns, 10 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. His completion percentage is like 66%. So his numbers against the Browns are actually really, really good numbers. It's just the Browns have found a way to win 4 of those 5 games against him. So it's not like he has played poorly against the Browns. And I think that there's a distinction there. And that's, again, goes to a lot of, some of the analysts say wins and losses are not a quarterback stat. You see what I'm saying? Because he has played really, really well against the Browns. The Browns have just found ways to win those games. So they are expecting Joe Burrow to be at the top of his game. When McLeod, here's a quote from him. He said, "I expect Joe to be exactly who we think he is. Be that elite quarterback, be that leader for them, and still go out there and run their offense efficiently." And that is too what I am expecting to see Sunday afternoon.
Daryl, when we take a look at this Cincinnati team that walks out on the field, it's hard not to notice the 3-headed monster that they have at wide receiver: Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd. And then they revamped their offensive line last year to make them so much better. And then you look at, Brown, Volson, Karras, Kappa, Williams across the front. And then you got Joe Mixon to help them on offense. Just your thoughts on what we'll see out of this Bengals offense that knows how to get it done.
There's a part of me that thinks like defense is going to be optional on Sunday when I look, when I look at these two offenses
Right.
and compare and contrast them. But I feel like the edge goes to the Browns because I just, on paper at least, I think the Browns have the better defense. But if Denzel Ward is not available, I get a little nervous. You know what I'm saying? When you're talking about trying to shut down that high-flying, high-powered, potent passing attack that Cincinnati is going to throw at the Browns. So I feel good about the matchup for the Browns, but a little nervous as well because I just and Cincinnati, that personnel grouping, they've been together for a few years, right? Elijah Moore's new to the Browns. Marquise Goodwin, we'll see if he's able to play Sunday. I'm leaning more towards yes than no at this point. We'll see. Nothing's set in stone or guaranteed there, but Marquise Goodwin is new. Amari Cooper and Deshaun still, have been working on their chemistry this offseason. Deshaun really seems to trust Donovan Peoples-Jones. We spoke to Donovan Peoples-Jones on Monday, and he spoke about how he views it as a compliment that Deshaun trusts him throwing him the football. One of the things that DPJ did so well last year is showing the ability to make those contested catches. I mean, he made some catches last year where flags should have been thrown. I mean, defenders were getting there early and hanging all over him, and he was still coming away with footballs. And again, as somebody who has covered the Browns as long as I have, it's not something I'm used to seeing. I'm not used to seeing football stick in receivers' hands when defenders are hanging all over them. I'm used to just seeing those footballs end up on the field as incompletion. So I feel like from a stability personnel standpoint, The Bengals have a little bit of an edge there, but it's neutralized by what the Browns are going to be able to throw at that offense, that Cincinnati offense, from a defensive standpoint. I am really, really excited to see what this front four. I'm going to call him the front five because I'm going to throw
Double O for
Okoronkwo
sure.
in
Yeah,
there. Yeah, I'm going to throw him in there with Za'Darius and Shelby and Dalvin, and then of course Miles. It was funny. Rodney McLeod called Miles today Superman. When we spoke to him, he was asked, has Miles been everything as advertised? He's like, yeah, that guy's a beast. He's Superman. So I'm really excited to see that matchup, right? That rebuilt Cincinnati revamped offensive line going against that Browns defensive line. And then the belief in a deep secondary, whether Denzel Ward is on the field or not, going against, as you put it, that three-headed monster that Cincinnati is going to be throwing at them at receiver, led by, of course, Jamar Chase and T. Higgins.
Daryl, you also brought up the fact that J.C. Treader was at camp today. He looks apparently like he's gone on the Howie Long, Joe Thomas diet immediately following his playing days in the NFL. What did he have to say, and was it union business for him to be there, or was it just him visiting with old friends?
No, actually, he was there on official business. Of course, JC in retirement remains the president of the NFLPA. The NFLPA executive director, Lloyd Howell, was also in Berea on Monday. Again, this is standard operating procedure. They travel around to each of the 32 teams to meet with the respective locker rooms and basically go over any concerns, any policy changes, any union business and things like that. So nothing real headline worthy there, just standard annual visit to the complex to kind of go over again, policy, procedure, and union business.
Did JC talk to the media at all? I would assume that
I did not have it. He might have spoken with Tom Withers of the Associated Press, but I did not. Like Joe Thomas's Hall of Fame party, Daryl did not receive an invitation.
It's all right, Daryl. Maybe someone will ask you to homecoming.
Maybe. One can only dream.
Hang on a second. I'll do it. Here we go. Just for you. This is the corniest thing. Oh, I don't even know if this will translate right.
This is Andy Baskin, dad joke 101. Here we go.
Oh, no. Right, will you Hoko? That's what I'm doing.
By the way, that's the thing.
It is
now,
ridiculous.
Right? I mean,
it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Meredith, you can pop in for this view, just even audio only. I like the lengths that kids have to go through now for homecoming and prom, like a promposal, please.
It's like you're asking them to marry you now. Yeah.
It's not new. My brother did promposals. And
how about the whole homecoming thing, though?
I don't know if we did those for homecoming. My brother did those. I remember. Oh my God, that's crazy. I do remember my brother doing a promposal, and he's nearing 40. So like that was like an elder millennial thing.
Wow. Thank God for all of us 80s kids out there that it's bad enough if someone said no to you. Now you got to make a whole thing about it, and then it's on social media. I mean, you want to talk about ripping somebody's confidence away from someone. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, if you go through all
you can't quietly just say, you know what, let's just be friends. Or, I'm so sorry I have to wash my hair that night. I got to tell you.
Or I'm going with someone else.
Well, no, I never got that one. But thinking back on it, I got to tell you, there were a lot of girls at Cleveland Heights High School that had extremely clean hair.
Or if nobody else asks me, maybe I'll consider it, but I'll probably go alone.
I don't know. Would you rather hear that, or would you rather hear, oh, no, I'm supposed to wash my hair on Saturday night? Oh, sorry. Wait, you don't wash it every day? Maybe I don't want to go with you in the first place.
Right, exactly.
All right, so that was your homecoming proposal. Let's get just into final thoughts as we head into this game against Cincinnati, and how do you expect this to play out, my friend?
Well, why don't we save the prediction for the next podcast?
All right, I'll let you do that.
Yeah, but
give me one thing to think about between now and then.
So the fact is that no one in the national media is predicting the Browns to do squat this year.
Ooh, that's a good one.
And the whole reason why is because, well, last couple of years they did, and well, the Browns remain the Browns and didn't come through. So I think that recent history is it's not that the national media doesn't feel like the Browns are going to be good this year or have the ability to be good, or that they don't like the roster, because honestly they do. The problem is well, the Browns have disappointed the last couple of years when they were picked to have successful seasons. So I think that that's a big reason why you don't see the Browns getting a lot of national love. I do think a minuscule part of that is still the Deshaun Watson hangover effect from last year. But I think that that's not nearly as strong as just the general disappointment in how the Browns have performed the last couple of years. So it's, I guess, gives them a little mini chip on their shoulder, so to speak, right? And
right.
Look, I'm picking them to win 10, 11 games this year and to make the playoffs. I in fact, kind of think that they can get out a wild card weekend too. So I'm not ready to say they're Super Bowl contenders or, they're going to win the conference or whatnot, but I do feel like this is a playoff team, and Browns fans are going to have a lot of fun watching their football team this year.
Daryl, we want to thank everybody who started watching us now on YouTube. Really appreciate it. It's just fun to be able to flip it up on the TV now and watch that. And like, oh, Netflix? No, let's watch Game Day in Cleveland on YouTube. The kids were like, what's this, Dad? I was like, come on, we've been doing this for more than a year now. Hop on board. So, we appreciate everybody that's listening to us on the Odyssey app, of course, or where you get your downloads. But love all the new folks that are watching us do this now on YouTube TV, whatever it is. We appreciate you big time. And if you want to be a part of the show, you know what? If you want to just write in the column, in the comments section on YouTube, maybe we'll start giving shout outs there as well. On Instagram, on Twitter, at GameDayCLE. For our great producer, Meredith Kane, and the illustrious Daryl Ryder, who's in a prison somewhere in North America, I'm Andy Baskin. It's always Game Day in Cleveland.